So for this drop, I used Notify Proxies, and for me, it didn't do good on the foot sites. So I'll show you the beginning of it, and also but for Yeezy Supply, that's when it did its thing, and that's where I did most of my cops came from. So shout out to them. All right, I'm just gonna get right into it. Around 7 a.m., that's when the foot sites dropped. I set a whole bunch of tasks, and so nothing was going through. And then with finish line, I decided let me just do with a home IP address, and it went straight through. And then I tried again with different billing cards, and it went right through. So that's why you see there's 4 finish lines, but there's only one that's stuck. And obviously it's because the other 3 use the same IP address, so that's why I got canceled right away. So that explains the 4 finish lines. All right, so the rest of the video was mostly about the Yeezy Supply. So now Phantom, they came out with a new checkout mode. So there's advanced, which they say is getting past the queue faster, and then there's standard, which is the one they usually had. So for the advanced, they said that you could just start them up right away, and then for standard, I think that's when you do it when the waiting room is live. So that's how I set my tasks. I did a 90% advanced and 10% standard. So right now I started the advanced mode, and right away you can see the new color blue. And the thing with advanced mode, I guess because they said that for us to start it, I didn't want to start all tasks because I had the regular standard one also, and I know that one to start that when the queue goes live, when the sale starts. So I manually started pressing play for the advanced ones, which was a little bit of a pain. And maybe like a few minutes later, you started noticing it says failed fetching token, and that's when the group says that something to do with Cloudflare and it wasn't acting right, so they had to do a hot fix. So at that point, I started thinking, all right, let me just stop them because I don't know if it's using up my proxies or not. So what I did next, just to save some time, is because the advanced mode wasn't working, I started creating more standard ones because I know those work. So I created more tasks for it. And basically, when you stop tasks in Phantom, sometimes they'll just keep saying stopping and you can't start them again. I heard it could be because of slow proxies or whatever, but whatever the case is, what I ended up doing was I deleted the stopping ones because I can't use them anymore. But luckily, I always have exported tasks, so I just imported the task back in and pressed play. So that's my workaround for that. So like I said before in my other videos, I'm just a beginner. I'm an amateur sneaker botter. And so there's some things that I did in here because I was under the gun that I don't know if it's right. So I'm not telling you to do it, but I'm just letting you know to know what I did. And there were 2 things in here that I don't know if it worked or not, but there's 2 things. There was one, I noticed that there were payment declines. And I was thinking to myself, it's either just because it happened or maybe because I already checked out with that same profile. And from what I heard, I think you could check out on Yeezy with the same profile multiple times. But because I was getting payment declines on that particular one, what I did was I went to the profile on my thing and I just changed it. Like I jigged the address just by a little bit to see if it went through. So that was one thing. And later on, I did check out with it. And then the other thing, I don't know. What I did was on Capture Manager, I have it under my Gmail with a good score. And I started thinking with all these trying to add to carts and all the other stuff, does it wear out the Gmail? So like midway, I changed my Gmail to another Gmail with a good score, and I don't think it affected negatively because I did check out after that also. But again, this is just me just messing around, so I'm not telling you to do it, but I just thought I'd mention that that's something that I did. So yeah, in the end, I had a few completing orders, but they never went through, and they just kept trying. And so what I did was I just looked at the Yeezy Supply website, and see what was sold out. And eventually, when that size was sold out, I just stopped those tasks because that's about it for that. And like I said earlier, I use notified proxies. For me, it didn't work on foot sites, but it did work on Yeezy Supply, and that's all I used for this drop. So I'll be using them again, and for the price point they have and the quality is really good, so I'll be using them again. And I'm not sure about what these videos should be like, but it just seems like you guys can see what I'm doing and trying to like face the problems, whatever obstacles are happening during the drops, and that I'm here with you, and then maybe we learn from each other. So if you guys got any recommendations or suggestions or questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll take them in consideration because I don't even know what I'm doing. So don't forget to subscribe, press the like button, and thanks for watching.